A very good morning to all of you and welcome in our online classes. And this is part 2, class 12 English of chapter number 4, the rat trap from Flamingo. So in part 1 of this last video which we have done, we just saw that there was a rat trap seller. I actually made you to visualize what is the thing which is called as rat trap. So this rat trap seller used to sell rat traps made up of wire, and for this he acquired the material either by begging or by stealing. And he was a wanderer, he was a homeless fellow, nobody ever treated well with him, and once upon a time he just fall in a series of thought that if the entire world is a rat trap. And it was really, this idea was fascinating to him as nobody has actually treated well with him, so it was something new from his dull and monotonous lifestyle. And then we just saw that how one evening he came across a cottage and actually knocked the door for a shelter, and an old crofter who was the owner of the cottage actually provided him not only with food and we can say cigar, but he was really generous man in telling all his secrets to the rat trap seller, in spite knowing the fact that this fellow is a robber, or rather a thief. Okay, my dear children, so in this way we just find that the entire night they actually played the card, and he tell him how his old life was there, and now how he had actually earning a good amount. Previously he was working as a crofter, and now he owns a cow and actually sells the milk, and he earned 30 kroners. Last month he actually made him to see that particular pouch, and we just saw that how in the morning, after thanking him for his service and hospitality, our rat trap seller actually steal in his house. He stole that 30 kroners. He escaped through the pathway of forest, and then he just got lost in the forest itself. And then again he was surrounded by the thought that actually he is also entrapped by that temptation of 30 kroners. And then we found that he was just tired, he just lost all the hope, and he laid his head on the ground, and he heard what? He heard the several, or rather severe heart sound on regular interval. And what he thought, that he just actually gathered his strength, he stood up, because his conscience said that if the sound is coming and if he actually is getting it properly, that is the hammer sound, that there might be somebody nearby to help him. So he started walking in the direction of the sound. Okay, my dear children, till here on page number, I can tell you, we did here that he started walking in the direction of the sound, page number 35. Till there we did it. Okay, now we have to start the part 2, means this particular video is part 2 of this, and we are starting it. And now there is a description about a mill. There is a description about an iron work which is known as Ramzo iron work. The writer here describes about that there is a Ramzo iron mill or iron work there is, and that sound was actually coming from this Ramzo iron mill. Writer also describes that few years this mill has been shut down, but at that time when rat trap heard it, the sound was coming from this iron mill. And there are few words which has been mentioned which you should know the meaning, so you can actually note it down. The word forge here means a shop where metal is heated. A shop where metal is heated. Then the word has came like smelter. Okay, where metal is being melted. So write it down. Smelter, a machine in which metal A machine in which metal is melted to form into shape. Okay, my dear children, so these two words, several words like barge and barge and scow are different types of boats only for carrying the things from one place to another. So there has been description of Ramsau iron mill where is a forge, smelter wort and a rolling machine also, where this iron, melted iron are actually produced in the form of sheets. So what happened on that day, this sound was coming from this iron mill, Ramsau iron mill, where two people were at work, or rather the blacksmith, the chief blacksmith was at work along with his apprentice. Okay, now the scenario which we find here is the Ramsau iron mill is actually there is outer side we can find there is a canal in that canal the boats actually move in and out, and this canal is interlinked with an inland lake, so the ships for transportation from iron mill actually moves from this side. Okay, my dear children, apart from this, it was a very dark evening and it was a month of December, so both the people, like the chief blacksmith, there were two people over there which has been mentioned. One is the chief blacksmith and other is the apprentice, and they were working near the furnace. They were actually waiting for the pig iron to get melted so that they can work further on it. So these two people who were working near the furnace were actually wearing the long shirts and wooden shoes, and they were profusely sweating. This actually reveals that there was a lot of heat near the furnace, and there were a lot of sound also. You know, there was a lot of sound. There has been mentioned what type of noises or sound was coming. There was the sound of bellows. Now what is bellows? You can actually note it down. It is an air bag. Okay, it is an air bag that emits lot of air into a furnace. So number sound was of bellows. Number two was crackling of charcoal. Number three was sound coming outside the mill like of waterfall and rain drops. Okay, so there was a lot of sound. I made you understood what is bellows. It is an air bag, a large air bag which emits a huge amount of air into the furnace. Now the crackling of the charcoal means they were actually crushing the charcoal, and waterfall and rainfall drops were there. So a lot of sound was there. That's why when this rat trap seller actually moved inside that particularly iron mill, nobody noticed. Even this, he was not noticed by the blacksmith who was the chief blacksmith. Okay, there was two persons rather over there. One was the trainer, that is the chief blacksmith, and another was his trainer, means his apprentice or a training blacksmith. Okay, another was his apprentice, means a training blacksmith. He was getting trained. So till this rat trap seller reached nearly close to the furnace, they could not make it out that somebody has actually entered inside the mill. And why? I told you, because there was lots of sound over there and they were continuously doing that hammering process also. So what happened, as soon as he entered, he asked for the help that can I actually spend a night or can I take a shelter in this area. Actually what happened, this blacksmith was really accustomed of these type of personalities. Many homeless people used to visit this area, and because there was furnace in the winter time, they usually asked for a help. So as this blacksmith was little bit haughty means a type of arrogance nature, he didn't had a word with the rat trap seller, and he just nodded his head, means granting a permission to him, okay, you can sleep over here. Then what happened, my dear? Our rat trap seller also does not want to speak anything, as he was looking very dirty, his clothes were torn, he was having long beard, he was in total rags means torn out clothes, and the rat traps were actually hanging around the chest. So he just want to take shelter for night, he would just want to sleep over there, and next day he want to move away. So that was his motive. So neither the blacksmith asked anything, nor the our rat trap seller said anything. Only he asked the permission, that was granted, that's all. But you know what happened? The twist in the story is that the owner of this iron mill was a very, very ambitious person. And what happened? He was always on round, inspecting the workers, what they are doing in the day and night. So this was a time, night time, December night time, and the owner was on the night inspection. And unlike the blacksmith, it was not like that. The owner did not notice. He immediately noticed that somebody is there who was there near the furnace. Okay, so he could very easily make it out, and he stepped over there. He went over there, as by that time, who our rat trap seller actually had taken the hat on the face and has fallen on to sleep. He was just trying to make up a sleep. And that time, who arrived? The owner of the mill arrived, and you know what he did? He directly went and removed the hat. The hat, he removed it. It was on the face. So what happened? And soon as he removed, the owner removed the hat. Why he removed? You want to see who's the person lying over there? He immediately said, "Oh my God, you, Nils aloof." We can see, if you're having the book, you can take out the book and you can just see on page number 36 that he immediately said, "But of course, it's you, Nils Ulf." He actually recognized him as his old acquaintance. That name is called as Nils Ulf. So our owner of the iron mill actually mistook this rat trap seller as his old acquaintance. And he said, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" And rat trap seller, it was not a late to get him the mind that, "Oh my God, I have been mistaken as somebody else. This owner mistook me somebody else." But he kept his mouth shut. Why? Because already he had stolen the money, and he does not want actually to do anything wrong right now. He thought, if he is considering me his old familiar personality, might he get pity on me, and what happened? He can give me some money. So it's better to pretend like that what he is actually thinking of me. Who said in this mind? Our rat trap seller said, "It's better if the owner thinks that Nils Ulf, it's like that. I should go on like it." So what happened? Then the conversation started. Among whom? This conversation started among the owner and whom? This peddler, that is our rat trap seller. So rat trap seller has been designated two ways. One is a rat trap seller and peddler. Peddler is a name used for the person who is involved in illegal stealing, or rather involved in illegal services. Okay, my dear children. So what happened? Peddler replied, "Yes, things went down the hills." Means things happened worse to me, and see here I am. And then the iron mill owner said, I tell you, if you have not resigned from your good army regiment, you have not faced this day. If I was with you, I would never have allowed you to done this. It means that owner was telling the rat trap seller that, my dear friend, it was all your mistake, as you were beautiful. You have been placed as an army comrade, and you just resigned from that beautiful post, and that's why you are in this condition. Come on, now this is see your condition. Come on, don't think else and think. He's telling, come on, get up and come along with me. Where? To my house. So owner, as soon as he identified Rat Trap as his old friend, he asked him to come to his house. But in reality, the Rat Trap seller was not his friend. So Rat Trap seller said, oh my God, I pretended that I'm his friend, but what is this new thing? I don't want to go to his house, as he is a big man. He's the owner of a big iron mill. Oh my God, and he also worked in an army. I don't just want to throw myself in a lion's den. Okay, just the people care, because he was having the stolen money along with him. So he kept refusing. He said, no, I just don't want to go. I just want to be here. So what on page number 37, it has written that in the third paragraph, the iron master assumed that he felt embarrassed because of his miserable clothing. When he keep on refusing, when the rat trap keep on refusing, no, I will not come along with you. So what Iron Master thought? He is thinking that he is little bit embarrassed, because of his miserable condition. So just to comfort him, he's just telling, oh my dear friends, I'm just like an ordinary personality like you, as you are already aware, my wife Elizabeth is no more in this world, and my 2 sons have settled abroad. I live here all alone along with my daughter. It's a Christmas time. Why did you come and join us? We only father and daughter are there. So with these words, he is trying to comfort whom? His old friend, whom he is thinking he is Nils or Ulf, or rather he is an army officer. But still, who refuses? Our rat trap seller does not want to leave. So he said, okay. And what he said on page number 37, he says to the blacksmith, page number 37, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th paragraph, somewhere here we are going to read here. And he says that it looks as though Captain Von Stale preferred to stay with you tonight, Stanzong. So he's addressing to the blacksmith, and he's telling his official name. Whose official name? Whom he's thinking the rat trap seller is actually. So he's telling that this captain, whose name was actually Von Stale, wants to stay with you. Okay. And he smiled and passed away. But blacksmith knew that the smile is not like that. And what happened, This owner just went away. And just exactly after half an hour, who came? Blacksmith daughter came along with a valet. The word valet has been used. V-A-L-E-T, and the meaning of valet is male attendant, and that male attendant was carrying a fur coat. Okay, so she straight went back, and this time also our rat trap seller was trying to sleep with a big iron under his head on the ground and the hat on the face. And what happened? He usually slept with one eye open and one eye closed, the way he was sleeping. And this daughter straightway went and she removed the hat, and he jumped with a shock. Oh my God, who came? The lady was there, standing over there. And then the lady, she introduced herself very nicely, very humbly, that my name is Adela Williamson, and I am, with due permission of my father, who is the owner of this iron mill, came here to take you along with me. He was so surprised. Oh my God, what is this? I just refused his father and now she came. And she was not beautiful lady, but she was very humble, very pretty and very nice in talking. And she said, come on, it's a Christmas time, you should come here and celebrate the Christmas along with us, okay? And it's no foundation is there with you, and you can leave anytime whenever you want to leave. And by these convincing words, our rat trap seller was not a Captain Wonsdale. He was actually identified by an iron master as his old acquaintance, which he actually mistook it. What happened? He was really convinced because she was talking in such a nice manner. So he was convinced, and he took the fur coat, he accepted the fur coat from that male attendant, and he started walking towards the carriage in which this Adla and the male attendant came to take him to the home. And before they were leaving, Adla noticed one thing. She noticed that this man who is his father has told that he's an old acquaintance of his father. He is a Captain Wonsdale from an army who is undergoing through miserable condition, is actually having a lot of fear on his face and in his eyes, and such type of fear is always with thieves or the people who have done something illegal. That Adla notices very clearly. But somehow she convinces him, and they went towards the carriage. And while going to the home of the Iron Master, our rat trap was really furious. He was really feeling bad for himself. Why? He was thinking, see, I am also entrapped. I really tempted for that 30 kronos of that crofter. I stole it, and now again see where I am. I am entrapped. I just don't want to go to this place, but I have to. And they reached the house that night, and in the morning a different scenario was there, and we will discuss. This is a very, very main part of the story. And what happened? Adla actually convinced our rat trap seller to actually come him along with her. So they went, the rat trap seller went along with Adla and that male attendant to her house. And in the morning, that day actually is called as Christmas Eve day, means the next day will be Christmas. Okay, that particular date, in the night he went, that particular night he was there in the house. Next morning, on the dining table, this father and daughter, means the Iron Master and Adla, was having conversation. Iron Master was really grieved from heart that his friend, dear friend, is going through a miserable hard time in his life, and he was talking to his daughter that we have to do something great, something good to him, means some good job we must find for him, for this man who is actually having a hard time, because he is an old friend of him. But what Adla's response was there? On page number 39, take out page number 39, and what she said on the very first, it's a queer, first paragraph I'm reading. It's a queer that things have gone downhill with him as badly as that, said daughter. Last night I did not think there was anything about him to show that he had been once an educated man. She heard everything from Daddy, but she told Daddy, I really feel strange for him, but his behavior was not at all like an educated man. Then Daddy sympathized Adla, my dear daughter, don't take it otherwise. It's just that he is wearing very bad clothes, very torn out clothes. That's why you are saying like that. Once he has been dressed up nicely, you will actually understand he's a very educated man, because he was a captain in an army. Okay, the things are not right for him today. He is going through hard times. And as soon as this daughter and father was discussing, who came? Yes, this rat trap seller came along with that valet, along with that male attendant, and he was so beautifully dressed. He was wearing the suit of that iron master. His hairs were combed. He was clean. He has taken bath. His hair was cut. He was shaven. All has been done by the male attendant. And that moment, Iron Master realized, I had done a mistake. Iron Master was very furious with himself, because as soon as when he saw him groomed, it was very easy for the Iron Master to make it out that no, he is not a Captain Von Steele. He's somebody else, and I mistook him and brought him my home. And he really asked, whom that rat trap seller? My goodness, you are not the person who I know. And you also know that you are not the person. Then why didn't you told me? Why did you hide it from me? Why did you pretend it to be like Captain Von Steele? And then what was the reply? My dear sir, it was never my fault. I never want to come to your house. I just want to take shelter into that forge, into that shop where furnace was there, into that furnace area. And that night, and I just want to leave that shop also, means that I want to leave that furnace area also. It was you who insisted me to come over here. Okay? It was never my plan to come at your house, because as soon as this both men had a conversation, he also replied the same way. But still, Iron Master was very, very furious and said, no, you are a dishonest man. And I'm not going to take the things like this. I'm going to call a sheriff. Sheriff means a police commanding officer. And this time, who got furious? Yes, the rat trap seller got furious. He made a fist and he just did it like that on that table. He was very furious because it was not his fault. He never wanted to come to Iron Master's house. It was all Iron Master's fault that he mistook him as Captain Von Steele. And sorry, I just wrote over there. It's not a, he just mistook him as Captain Von Steele. He gave a lot of excuses not to go. Okay, he just pretended because he thought that I can get us some help in a money point of view. Rest he didn't hide it. But this time when he gave the threatening, Iron Master gave the threatening that I am going to call the police and you will be straight away in the police station for pretending somebody else. He said, see, today I may go to a prison. You may send me to the prison. But my dear sir, you will also one day fall into the trap like I fall. And this time, the Iron Master cannot say anything. And what he said? I just don't want to see you. Leave at once my house. He said, leave from here at once. Because our rat trap seller said that no way, I will put on my rat clothes once again. I can go, but what is this you are calling? And then he said, if I am prison, one day you will also be trapped like this, like somebody in other temptation. That was the meaning of it. So he was about to take a leave. Who? The rat trap seller. Because his identity was revealed, that he is not a Captain Von Steele. Oh my God, but there is a U-turn. The twist in the story is that Adela stood up. She said, Daddy, he's not going anywhere. Oh my God, what is this? She shut the door. Adela closed the door. Daddy was like that. Adela is not Von Steele. I just mistook him and he also pretended. But today I Von's tail, and we bought a wrong person in our house. And see the kindness of this lady. She closed the door and she started explaining the daddy. Daddy, okay, what happened? He is not Captain Von's tail. But it was not we who actually promised him that come and join us for Christmas. He's a homeless fellow. He's a wanderer. Nobody has ever treated good to him. Why can't we treat him good? Why can't we actually on this Christmas time treat him well? What's harm in that? Okay, he's not Captain Von's tail. It doesn't mean we are going to throw him out. He's a human being. Nobody has done ever good to him. Every time he has been ill-treated. So why today a bad treatment? Let's do a good treatment this time. And daddy was very furious. He said, oh, you are worse than a parson. Means you are good in convincing like a parson. It was the meaning. Parson means a priest. You convince better than a priest like that. He's telling daddy, and daddy is warning, Adla, I hope you don't regret for this thing. Adla said, daddy, no matter. He's not Captain Von's tail. But you know, he's not going anywhere. Let him let him spend the Christmas with us. And Adla took Rat Trap Sailor straight to the dining table, offered him the food, and immediately he started eating. He was very hungry, but there was a great startle in his eyes. He was shocked. He was just staring why this lady favored me. I am no one, I am a stranger. And he ate the food and straightway he went to the guest room. Okay, straightway. And he had a sleep. Who? Our Rat Trap Sailor. So in the morning, what happened? In the morning, he had food. After the identity was revealed, he went to the guest room and he had a nice sleep over there, as Adla, the daughter of the Iron Master, didn't allow him to leave. So in the afternoon also, for lunch, this Rat Trap Sailor, what happened? He just wait for the lunch, and after that also he went back to the sleep. In the night, he was actually, when the evening was there, in the night time, all the Christmas tree was there. So he was just called in the night time for what? For this Christmas Eve celebration, where this Christmas tree function was about to be there. Okay, my dear children, so you understood the entire scenario. In the morning, his identity was revealed. Adla stopped him. He ate the food. He straightway went to the guest room. He had a sleep, and that type of peaceful sleep he never had. Who? Our Rat Trap Sailor never had in the entire. Even the identity was revealed. Adla stopped him. And what happened? Even in the afternoon, he just woke for the lunch. After that, he also went to sleep. In the night, in the evening time, in the night, he was called. For what? He was called for the dinner, and that was all the Christmas tree celebration was there. The Christmas tree lightning was there, and due to his sleeping, he was just pretending the entire day he slept now that the beautiful lights are hurting his eyes. But you know, after that dinner, what Adla said? This Rat Trap Sailor thanked everybody present over there for greeting him so well, for being so hospitalized, for hospitality. And what happened? Adla said something to this man. She said, the dress you are wearing, you can keep it as a Christmas gift. The dress you are wearing, listen very carefully, you can keep it as a Christmas gift. And next time, next year also, if you want to have a Christmas with us, you can come and join us. Oh my God, such a big-hearted lady. such a big generous lady she was, such a great generosity. We cannot call a big heart, and we can call it great heart and generosity of the heart. In spite she know that this man tried to deceive us, she didn't allow him to go. She offered him, she served him a nice food, allowed him to stay at home without knowing that he can be a thief also, though she actually analyzed that fear also. And she not only offered him the next year Christmas fellowship, but she gave him the present of Christmas. She told that whatever you are wearing, the dress of daddy, the coat and the suit, you can keep it as a present. No need to return it. And that night, again he went back to his guest room. The next day was a Christmas day. Now this is very important. Next day was the Christmas day. This entire celebration of Christmas tree was over. Adla declares to him that you are wholeheartedly invited for the Christmas for the next time, and you can keep it as a present. And the next morning was Christmas day. So next day was Christmas day, and what happened? This rat trap seller was still asleep. Okay? He was still sleeping in the morning, and very early morning this father and daughter left for the church. Okay? Very early, father and daughter left for the Christmas church service. They left for the church where Christmas church service was to be held. And he was sleeping. Who? Rat trap seller. And they came back they returned from the church around 10 o'clock. And what happened, you know? In the church, father and daughter came to know what? That the old crofter had been robbed by a rat trap seller. Oh my God, the identity of this strange man was revealed. It was earlier revealed he was not Captain Wonsdale, but it was revealed that he was a robber. And finally, they were driving back to the home at 10 o'clock. Father was very furious. He said, "See, Adla, what you have done. I don't know how many silver spoons are left also. Huh? Who you gave a shelter to a thief." And as soon as they reached the home, father inquired, means ironmaster inquired about whom? About the rat trap seller. Where is he? Where is the guest? He kept on asking his male attendant, the valet. And you know what the valet informed? Sir, he left. Oh my God, father was in a great shock. He left means he has taken everything. He has not taken anything along with him. But instead, he left this thing for you, a gift. Oh my God, for madam. Oh my God, what is this? The robber has left, and he has left behind a gift. So that male attendant, that valet, handed over the gift to Adla. And it was a roughly packed gift. She opened it, and what she saw, it was a rat trap. In my last video, I just made you to visualize what is a rat trap, okay? And inside the rat trap, there was 3 wrinkled notes of 30 kronos. Means Adla was so happy. Oh my God. He went away, and there was a note also. She was not happy with that he went away. Immediately after knowing, she opened the gift. It was a rat trap, and inside that 30 kroner. Why Adla was happy? Because there was a repentance. That the rat trap realized his mistake, and not only he realized, he had made the amendments. What it's written over there, it's very, very important to read it. Page number 42, and it's the very last paragraph, a letter he left along with it. Honor, last paragraph, last second. Honor, Miss and noble Miss, since you have been so nice to me all the day, as if I was a captain. I want to be nice to you in return as if I was a real captain. He wrote in the letter, Madam, in spite I was not a captain, you behaved me like a captain, means your hospitality was like that. So it's my duty also to show my behavior as a captain. And what is my behavior? For I do not want to be embarrassed at this Christmas season by a thief, but you can give the money back to the crofter, old man on the roadside, who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bait for poor wanderers. He said, kindly return back those 30 kroners to that old man who actually hung it on that window pane, which is a bait, temptation for me, or like me, myself, or like any other wanderers. And he undersigned that letter as Captain Vaughan's Tale. He undersigned it as Captain Vaughan's Tale. And why he undersigned it? Because Adela treated him like that. In spite knowing the reality, Adela treated him like that, and that's why he also showed that generosity means there was a transformation. There was we can say, with the behavior, the moral of the lesson is, when Adela behaved very kindly, very humbly, she showed the goodness of the heart. When there was a goodness, then this man who was a thief, track seller, who was a thief, actually his heart also got transformed. His humbleness also, his goodness also got awakened. So by this chapter we learned that everybody has the goodness in his heart. It's the circumstances that actually we sacrifice it, or we just ignore the goodness of our own heart. But see, when this man was treated so beautifully, when this man was treated with a generosity of heart, his heart got transformed. He not only transformed, but he corrected his mistake. So that is the lesson for us, all of us today, that when we get the right company, when we get the right fellowship, we realize our mistake and we correct it. So that is a key from coming back to the correct path, from the wrong path to the correct path. Everybody has a goodness of their heart somewhere, because man is designed to be humble and good. But as Adela showered the goodness, in spite of knowing the reality, it actually led for the transformation of this rat trap seller. And he said, you behaved me like a dignified person, so I should also in return be a dignified to you. So that was a transformation. Okay, my dear children, hope you got this lesson. And your home assignment will be, think as you read on page number 41 and page number 42. Okay? Homework assignment is page number 41 and 42. Think as you read. Okay? One by one, I will be discussing the answers for it. Question number 1, what made the peddler accept Adela Williamson's invitation? Because she was talking very nicely to him, as far as she actually told him, you can leave whenever you want. Okay? Now, what doubts did Adela have about the peddler? Because she saw that fear, so she was in doubt that this type of fear is seen only in thieves or robbers. or who are a prison breaker. When did the Iron Master realize his mistake? Third question, Iron Master realized his mistake when he saw him on the dining table, when he was totally cleaned up, bathed up, shaven, his hair were nicely combed. In his own dress, he make out that he has mistaken him somebody else. What did the peddler say in his defense when it was clear that he was not the person the Iron Master had thought the was? He declared very well that I never wanted to come at your home. I just want a shelter at the forge. That was his actually defense thing, that I never wanted to come to your home. And if you want, I can put on my rag clothes once again. Why did Edla still entertain the peddler even after she knew the truth about him? Because it was a Christmas time. She wants to show that gentleness and kindness, and she does not want, because nobody has ever treated him well, and she wants to treat him well on this Christmas time. Why was Edla happy to see the gift left by the peddler? Next on page number 42. She was very happy to see the gift actually left by the peddler, because she could very easily make it out from that gift, which was a rat trap and 30 kroners, that not only he realized the mistake, but he actually made the amendments by writing a letter that kindly returned it back to him. Okay, why did the peddler sign him as a Captain Von Stale? Because he was treated like Captain Von Stale, so he actually returned that same level to Edla, and that's why he said that you treated me like that, that's why I'm returning you back. That's why he undersigned as Captain Von Stale. Okay, my dear children, hope you have got all the things. If you don't get it, I will urge you to read the lesson first, because as we are in online video, it's very difficult to go line by line explanation. It's a online video. Any questions, any queries, kindly jot it out and put it on your live stream, or you can give it through a message. But I will encourage you that please put your queries in the live stream, complete your work, because from Monday onwards I will be just asking you to send me. You are going to send me your images latest by 18th of August. Okay, my dear children of Flamingo, the entire work which I have made you to do in Flamingo should be sent to me by 18th of August, leaving this chapter. You can leave this chapter, you can send this chapter by 20th. But all the work images should be sent through message option in study base application by 18th of August. Okay, my dear children, thank you and hope you are all safe. Thank you for watching the video. Till we meet next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.